escalating cost of living crisis across the nation has cast a harsh spotlight on the increasingly desperate demand for emergency accommodation, leaving charities struggling to meet the soaring needs of the most vulnerable members of society. The stark reality of this crisis is reflected in the alarming rise of rough-sleeping individuals in London. Data compiled by Chain, the Homelessness Information Network, reveals a significant surge in the number of individuals without a home, climbing from 3,107 in March 2023 to a staggering 4,612 by December of the same year. This represents a deeply concerning 48.4% increase in just 9 months. What's even more troubling is the disproportionate representation of young people amongst this vulnerable population. More than 1/3 of those experiencing homelessness in London are under the age of 35, a stark contrast to the national average of 27% for adults in England and Wales. This alarming statistic underscores a critical failure in societal support systems and highlights the urgent need for comprehensive intervention strategies targeted at this demographic. The complexities underlying this crisis extend far beyond simple economic hardship. Many individuals facing homelessness grapple with profound and multifaceted challenges. Yudabang, a counselor at New Horizon, a leading homelessness charity, sheds light on the diverse backgrounds and struggles of those they serve. Some of them have quite severe mental health needs, Yudabang explains, painting a picture of individuals battling invisible illnesses alongside the visible struggle of homelessness. Others find themselves cast out from their family homes due to circumstances ranging from societal prejudice against their sexual orientation to escaping abusive family dynamics. Some have been kicked out of their family home because of their sexuality. We get a lot of people escaping gangs, and we get a lot of people from home office accommodation, Yudabang states, highlighting the diverse and often traumatic experiences leading to homelessness. The situation is further exacerbated by the dramatic increase in homelessness amongst refugees. The past year witnessed a doubling of the number of asylum seekers without a stable place to call home. While the Home Office responded by extending the timeframe asylum seekers can stay in government-provided accommodation from an initial period to 56 days on December 9th. This measure proved insufficient to address the escalating emergency. Charities had already sounded the alarm, emphasizing the overwhelming scale of the crisis long before this extended timeframe was implemented. The extension of the stay, while a step in the right direction, simply failed to keep pace with the rapidly expanding need. The dwindling supply of short-term accommodation further compounds the problem. New Horizon, for instance, relied on 29 such providers in London during the previous year, but this number has drastically plummeted to a mere 15 in the current year. This significant decline, a near 50% decrease, reflects the fragility and instability of the sector, further jeopardizing the already precarious situation of those seeking shelter. The crisis extends beyond a simple shortage of beds. The very nature of the emergency accommodation sector is plagued by systemic issues. Criminal activity and unscrupulous landlords exploiting vulnerable individuals by providing substandard and often unsafe housing have become a disturbingly prevalent feature of this sector. The gravity of the situation prompted Parliament to pass the supported Housing Regulatory Oversight Act in 2023, aiming to tackle the problem and bring some measure of accountability to the industry. However, local authorities have demonstrated a notable lack of preparedness in effectively enforcing these new regulations, leaving many vulnerable individuals exposed to exploitation and dangerous living conditions. The combination of rising homelessness rates, a dwindling supply of safe and affordable accommodation, and the inadequate enforcement of regulations has created a perfect storm, leaving charities struggling to cope with the ever-growing demand and placing those most in need in even more precarious circumstances. The urgent need for comprehensive and coordinated action is undeniable, requiring both immediate emergency relief and long-term sustainable solutions to tackle this complex and multifaceted societal challenge.